Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, here we go on a Monday. Actually survived the weekend. Barely. Had Crawfish Fest going on.
We're all limping a little bit. I know
Yeah.
I'm sore.
Yeah.
I haven't done that much honest work in a while.
I got a Band-Aid on my face, so yeah, I mean, you know, we all had our knocks and bruises. Yeah, it was just tough. But thanks everybody that came out. We got a lot of nice positive emails too. Mama Duck and the Pickle Squad. Shout out to Virginia and the rest of the crew for the VIP hookup at Crawfish Fest. It was awesome. Getting to see everybody. We had so much fun hanging with the Bird and Denny's. We love you guys. And she sent a photo there, and you can...
Yeah, we got to hang out with the Pickle Squad for a few minutes.
Yeah, I put that picture up on our Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing with your penis?
That's what she said. Also, what is happening here, Kev? I think, you know, just when I took the photo, I was just kind of casual. My hands resting in front of a cack. And I don't know. I didn't...
Well, the shorts kind of showed off your dick a little bit, so I see why you're blocking
Well,
it.
I didn't even notice. How did I not even notice your dick?
Yeah, the shorts are
Everyone
from...
was talking. It was the talk of the festival.
Damn.
They're talking about Kevin's crawfish.
I really must have been busy.
Yeah, there's the brand of the shorts is called Dickies.
I usually notice a dick.
Yeah, well, I had mine out, but I cover it for that photo to be...
Well, because you're a church man.
I am. Yeah. Cover that. Also got Little Debbie. Ask Jaybird says, I'm so grateful I got to meet you guys. We had a great time. Sorry I cried, Virginia. Okay.
Oh, that's okay.
I know you meet a lot of people, but it meant so much to me. So
That's
very
nice.
Yeah.
She was a sweetheart.
She must have looked you right in the eyes, because never look a witch in the eyes. It will make you cry.
Got some photos there. They're a little shrunken, though, some of those. Also got Keith, who came out. Got to meet some of the crew. There's a photo.
Oh, I remember that cat. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's fun.
Yeah.
We had our drinkers out, too. I mean, there was some drinkers out there getting after it. I appreciate your spirit, kindred to mine.
Yep. And talking about drinks, we're talking about some of the best mixed drinks that you can get. Some nice originals. We'd had that posted on the KVJ Show Facebook. Probably turn that into a little bit of a poll later on this week. But somebody even sent in here. There's different cocktails that it is an art form. Some of them are made. Somebody was telling me about this. Oh, you know what? It was Beth, our marketing director, who was talking about this drink that she always gets it when she goes to New Orleans. I thought it has a Z.
A Sazerac.
Sazerac. What the heck is a Saz? She said, I can't ever get a Sazerac like what they make in New Orleans unless I'm there.
So a Sazerac is a really strong cocktail. I'm not actually a fan of a Sazerac. It's rye whiskey or cognac, a little absinthe in it, and then a little bit of like sugar and bitters.
Okay.
I don't like Sazeracs, but she did. She said she loves them. There's like a couple of traditional drinks out of New Orleans. The Sazerac is one of them. The Hurricane is another one. We served that at the Crawfish Festival. And then the other one is a Ramos Gin Fizz, which is like a milk drink. And that's not really good in the heat.
Okay.
But I guess we can add Sazerac next year and see if they sell.
Is Sazerac in the same family as a Vermouth or Baruth? Vermouth.
It's got some bitters in it, which is in the same family as vermouth.
Okay, so I'm kind of not wrong.
Kind of in the neighborhood of correct.
Okay.
But it's whiskey. You might like it, Jay Bird. It's whiskey.
I honestly don't. I really never have enjoyed the taste of alcohol or liquor anyway. So I mean, whatever you throw in front of me, I'll be like, well, it's cool, whatever.
He'll shoot it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Beth was saying that CWS in Lake Worth Beach, that is one of the places that makes a Sazerac worth drinking. And that's one of the places a lot of people have mentioned. If you're talking about cocktails and you do like that, it's a whole different, you got your craft beers, you got your wines, you got your craft cocktails. And
Mixology.
Yes, and it is impressive. It really is.
It really is. And it's fun to hear recipes and try stuff.
Yeah. So, if you got your own little drink, you might have your own way of making it. Bloody Marys, if you like that. I know everybody's got kind of their own thing. I know it's a very divisive
We were
beverage.
we were selling a lot of Bloody Marys early on Saturday because the festival opened at 10 a.m. and we sold a lot of Bloody Marys.
Ooh, Bloody Mary and crawfish sounds delicious.
It's actually a great combo.
Yeah, right. Yeah, if you like that spicy angle, it would be.
That would be the worst combination. Crawfish and Bloody Mary.
If a Bloody Mary shows up on my table and it's got like a shrimp and a piece of bacon hanging out of it, I just think I've died and gone to heaven.
Well, that's just it. Yeah, I mean, if you have them and they do them that way, that are really kind of tricked out, and they are elaborate. If you like them,
I love
then
that.
there's a certain way to make them. We got one at Delray Market last week. It's like $32, but it comes in a big old thing, and they got the big old shrimp on it. It's got donuts on it and all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. Yeah,
They're crazy.
Yeah, they get crazy. But there are some things that you definitely know. Like, I can eyeball a Bloody Mary, and I can tell you if it's good or not.
I agree.
And you look at it like, nah.
I like it dark.
Yeah.
And I like it to have a lot of pepper and spices floating in the mix.
Yeah.
I can do that with pizza. I can eyeball a pizza and know if it's going to be shitty.
If it's too light, that means it's too watery.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like it.
And if you see those little white flecks, it means they put horseradish in there, try to make it spicy, and it ain't gonna cut it.
Oh, that is awful.
Horseradish is
yeah.
good, though, but you got to have other stuff, too.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
Onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, Tabasco or Louisiana hot sauce. You got to put something in there. Zing Zang makes a good mix.
all you're missing is throwing a math book in there for it to be the worst fucking thing ever. Like the worst ingredients.
Look, just because you're a pussy, why don't you just shut up? Adults are talking.
And the little kid wants to be heard.
He wants a fruit juice
Right.
with vodka.
And a grilled cheese.
And a grilled
And my
cheese.
tots. Where are my tater tots?
We're trying to have a grown-up conversation.
Well, there's one thing, if you do know Bloodies, it's the Bloody Mary mix. A lot of times I can look at it. And Stephanie had sent this in, said, the best Bloody Mary is mine. And I, for a while, I even forget the recipe because it was in my head. Now, of course, I drank too much. I forgot it. But Zing Zang, that is one of the best mixes to get out
Zing
there.
Zang is good. And then you can jazz up a Zing Zang and
Yes.
make it even more zesty.
I would put like maybe Worcestershire or even steak sauce in there. A little A1 could really kick it up and make it thick.
Totally. That makes it dark, too. I
Yeah.
like that.
She said, I put some fresh cut bacon in the oven with some grilled shrimp, green olives, horseradish, Tabasco, Tito's, a little piece of sashimi. That is a picture of her masterpiece right there. So some people got pride in their own little cocktails they
That's
make.
pretty.
Yeah, it is. So
I wouldn't drink or eat that if I was 7 days deep in a hostage situation.
The hostage takers only will give you a Bloody Mary, and you refuse
I'm like,
it.
I'm good. Fuck
you got
you and
drink
your
it to get
coffee.
free. Now you know. That's the test. Drink it to go free. Matthew sent an email. He said, Kev, I'm a huge fan of the show, and I had an F my life moment this weekend I thought was worth sharing. I went to Publix Sunday night to buy some chicken wings for dinner, and after waiting in line, the worker informed me that they were all out.
Dang.
Then to make matters worse, when I got home, I found out my air conditioner had broken.
Oh.
FML, that is that I'm right there with you. That's a nut shot on a Sunday night.
I mean, Sunday night air going out. Oh,
Terrible.
Shit, that.
Is that from Jennifer? Who's that from?
Matthew.
Close.
Multiple air conditioners went out then on Sunday because I had other listeners reaching out to me for Cooling Advisor's number. They were like, my AC's broke. It's Sunday. What do I do?
I got a depressing notification today saying on my block, FP&L is doing work and I'm going to have no power till at least like 5 p.m.
Are you kidding?
No.
No power till 5?
Denny's, I'm coming over all day.
You cannot be with no AC.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not. I'm a bitch. I need my AC.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Dang. Yep. That's it.
Damn. I think now's the time that air conditioners are going to start going out because they're working harder. Mm-hmm. And if you have an older model, it'll freeze up.
Yep.
I don't know.
Is your model new or old?
It's a new model, but it's gonna be fine. I guess I don't trust your air condition knowledge.
Bitch.
Bitch. I'm just saying.
Like you know more.
I do not know more.
I just went through the whole process, bruh.
How much did it cost you for a new unit?
It's a lot.
Over 5.
Over.
Fuck. Jeez, man, that is rough.
I have 2 stories though. I can't get no bitch ass system.
You can't.
You might be able to get a bitchier ass system.
But no, mine's new. It's a brand new air conditioner.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just keeping you on your toes, Nikki. Someone's got to do that around these parts.
Let me see some emails about the tooth issue. I hope is kind of under wraps. In fact, somebody had texted me on my phone on Saturday morning. They say, "Hey, you know what? Now, I forgot too. My wife had kind of switched out my toothpaste, and I didn't even really pay too much attention. She went to some organic bullshit."
Oh, that doesn't work.
It doesn't.
Yeah, I'm like, what are we doing here?
You brush your teeth, and then afterwards you lick them, and you feel like you got butter on them.
And it doesn't give you good breath.
No.
It gives you the shittiest breath.
It doesn't clean right.
No, it doesn't.
So she's like, try and I used to use Sensodyne. I've been kind of doing that. It seems like, all right, we're getting there. And then also that gel they gave me. So thank you very much for all the recommendations. But people still got some stuff. And I keep getting this. A dentist is like, you're grinding your teeth. I'm like, why am I grinding my teeth? I even asked my wife. I'm like, do I grind my teeth? She's like, I don't know. I'm deaf in that one ear. So I don't know if I'm grinding my teeth. And she said, maybe you might need to get a night guard because, gum recession is not caused just by brushing and flossing. There's always a primary reason. It's usually your bite, grinding, or clenching. Once the bone is lost from the grinding or whatever, the primary cause is then the gum recedes. So how about that? So my dentist is saying it. Shire's saying it. Maybe I am actually grinding my teeth. I didn't realize that. I would think you would know, though, right? If you were a grinder, wouldn't you know you're a tooth grinder?
You don't necessarily know. I have a night guard. I just don't wear it like I'm supposed to. And my dentist always yells at me because I grind, too.
You're probably grinding at nighttime when you're sleeping. Now, if we could just get you bumping and grinding, that would be great.
We want to see you grind on the dance floor.
Okay.
I just want to see him get laid. You know what bump and grind means?
Yeah.
Okay. But does bump and grind also mean dancing?
It also means you're old and you're using an old ass reference like bump and grind.
Yeah.
You got a lot of nerve. Whatever. Booyah! You try to bring it back. Booyah.
It stuck. For a good 6 months, everybody was saying booyah.
Okay. Thank you, Shaw. Look into that. Yeah, maybe I need to go buy. Where do you buy night guard stuff, Virginia?
Dentist.
Okay.
It's got to custom fit it to your teeth.
It'll be cheap.
It'll be not cheap. And yeah. It might be partially covered by insurance because it's medically necessary.
They got you by the short and curlies one way or another, Kev.
Yeah. Don't forget, though, you have the shittiest dental insurance in the game.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we have wooden teeth dentistries.
That's not covered. Oh, look, that's not covered either.
Mm-hmm. I got this email here. It says, my brother went to a dentist after he had a root canal and pain, and they kept taking x-rays, and they said that there was nothing wrong, kind of like what was going on with you, Kev. And he said the pain got to be so bad that he couldn't even chew, so he went to a different dentist, and that dentist couldn't figure it out either. And then 1 year later, my brother was diagnosed with MS. It was his trigeminal nerve found in the face that was deteriorating due to the multiple sclerosis, which attacks the nerves. So, Kevin, if the next dentist tells you there's nothing wrong, please go see a neurologist. You probably have MS.
I was waiting for that email to come in. The one that really just tries to...
I don't think you have MS, but you are due for blood work.
That is exactly the bullshit that would happen. When I donated the kidney, people would send me the worst case scenario. Jay Bird, don't do it. My uncle back in the 80s.
He died.
Oh, yeah. It was always, he died.
Same symptoms as you.
On the operating table, he tried to save a life, and he gave his up. I'm like, don't do it. I'm like, fuck. People like to...
Yeah, okay.
You know.
Well, luckily, it seems like hopefully I'm narrowing in on what the issue is. I think it's a nerve-sensitive tooth kind of thing.
You have MS, Kev.
Yeah.
MS or BS, one of them. You got one of them.
Definitely got BS, no doubt. Princess said, I love when they talk about how crappy their dental insurance is right after they talk about their company's hiring. That should be part of the new commercial. By the way, our dental insurance is shit.
Our medical insurance is awesome. Dental, not so much.
So if your teeth are healthy, that's cool. We want you to work. But if your teeth are fucked,
if you don't care about good dental insurance,
if you got butter teeth, this ain't the place for you.
Oh, can we please make a mock commercial and throw that in there?
Like the Billy Fest.
great place to work, terrible for dental insurance.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Some emails about roundabouts. Andrea said, roundabouts have been around up north, especially in South Jersey, since the 60s. Every summer when driving to the shore, that was quite an adventure. See, I know places have used them. You're seeing them more in South Florida, and apparently they're really going to be all over America as they're finding out that they are saving lives.
We never had. I don't think there's any roundabouts in New Orleans except for Lee Circle, which isn't Lee Circle anymore. I don't even know what they call it, but there's no roundabouts.
No? Okay. Well, they might start popping up, though, because I think they're kind of trying to communicate that places that don't have them, they're finding out that they are safer, more fuel efficient, and a lot of people say they look nicer, too, than just a regular bunch of 4-hole stop signs.
I don't know much about roundabouts, but I do know about fudge rounds. Can I get an amen?
Hello?
Is this thing on?
And Catherine said, my parents live in the villages near Ocala, and there are a ton of them. And they had the double lane in the circle, which even I find confusing. It is amazing that there aren't more accidents because, according to my mom, several of her friends don't even look and just go through. So she does a lot of the driving to try to save lives.
Huh.
Yeah, I see my mother-in-law, who is obviously older than I, and she is perplexed.
Struggling.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see if they start popping up more. Got Jen, who needs Jaybird's expertise.
Bring it, Jen. I love it.
She said, it's Friday night, traveling, so I decided to use Uber Eats to get dinner delivered to my hotel from a well-known chain restaurant with awesome cheddar biscuits. I ordered a shrimp noodle dinner, and when it arrived, it came in a huge bag that had biscuits and the noodle dinner. Problem is, it was only the noodles and not the shrimp. After the delivery driver left, I could not reach him through the Uber Eats app. I contacted the restaurant. The employee said that they put the shrimp in a separate bag, and the Uber driver must have left it in his car.
Damn, he stole your shrimp.
So this is an Uber Eats problem, not a restaurant problem.
Uber eats your shrimp.
The bag they sent my food in could hold 6 large platters. Why wouldn't they put my shrimp in a second? Why would they put my shrimp in a second bag? I understand putting it in a separate container, but a second bag from the rest of my food? Is the restaurant lying, or is my Uber Eats driver enjoying shrimp at my expense? No, I did not reduce my driver's tip. If the driver needs food that badly, I certainly do not want to take back the tip. Certainly not if I don't know who is telling the truth.
Yeah, you don't know who's telling the truth, and to punish the driver wouldn't be fair.
I don't think they're eating your shrimp. Here's what happened.
They could have forgot to put the shrimp in the bag.
They could have forgot to put the shrimp in the bag. He might have left the shrimp. But the thing that's good on Uber Eats, you have to do a little exploring. You're able to get things taken off of your bill, and they are pretty good at it. They do take a little bit of time, but they're going to require you to take a picture. You send that into Uber Eats, and that'll take off your bill. And it's usually shown pretty quick after. So what you want to do the next time someone fucks up your order, take pictures of them messing it up, and then send it in, and you'll be able to get that knocked off your bill. It is annoying, though. I get it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But you also don't want to have to pay for that either.
Yeah, it just seems like there's a lot of problems. I've never really gotten into the delivery game because of the cost, time you got to wait anyway, and it just sounds like a lot of hassle. It's like, I don't want to deal with it.
Well, when it's bad, it's bad. That one time I ordered 3 7-Eleven Slurpees. I just was craving a Slurpee, and I wasn't able to go out because I had a few drinks, but I wanted the Slurpees there. And the guy knocks on the door, and he kind of was like getting out of there pretty quick. So I open up the door. I'm like, what the fuck are my Slurpees at? I see my combos. I see the Swiss cake rolls. Where are my Slurpees? So I'm running out, and he's getting in the car, And I go, sir, you forgot my Slurpees. I had 3 Slurpees, which was the whole order, really.
Right, it was focused on the
It was
Slurpee.
like $25 worth of Slurpees. With Uber Eats, it's expensive. He kind of rolled down the window, goes, oh, you didn't eat the Slurpees? Okay. And then drove away and never did anything.
Didn't care.
Didn't give a fuck about my Slurpees,
Yeah.
even after I said I didn't have them. So I had to go in there.
It doesn't seem like there's enough checks and balances with, that's where it's kind of like the Wild West, it feels like, with delivery.
It is, because you got all these drivers and they're rogue, Kevin.
yeah, well,
they are rogue and they will drive
Yeah.
past you and just not stop.
Well, it's kind of like the world of Uber and Lyft, too, right?
Right. Everybody's rogue.
Well,
Yeah.
the narrative is feel bad for the Uber Eats drivers because they don't make enough money and you got to give them tips. And I totally 110% agree with that. I think you should tip people good. But if you're going to tip them good, you cannot fuck up the orders. You can't. There's nothing that's going to make someone more mad. We have to spend all that money on food, then spend a good piece of money on a tip, and then the order's wrong.
And they didn't even bring the Slurpee?
Yeah, that's on the Uber. You got to make sure everything's there. It's also on the Uber driver, too.
Well, I'm wondering if these delivery services, if a lot of this stuff is here to stay, because it took off. The novelty was amazing. We were blown away. Uber and Lyft changed the world, but I mean, it's really a new technology, is it not? I mean, the last, 5 years or something like that?
Yeah, last couple for sure.
And so where's it going to wind up? I saw, now, the cost of a ride with Uber and Lyft was 40% higher in April than it was a year ago.
Yeah, the average tip now when you go on there, they'll automatically put you to 20%, and it jacks up the tip. You're spending like $12 on a tip if you don't.
And
that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Surge pricing is real, and I watched it go up like $30 within like a 20-minute span on Friday. I was like, what the hell?
They do it in the morning too. If I have to take an Uber here for someone for whatever reason, they'll say, no one can get you right now, but this car can get you for... It's like $60. It's
wow.
Yeah. Oh, it's changed. It's not as cool as it was.
It's not as affordable as it used to be. They roped us in and then they raised the prices.
And then it just got to be the Wild Wild West, like you say.
Yeah, so I wonder, are we so locked into the Ubers, whether it be delivering ourselves or our food, that it'll be around for good?
A lot of times, too, what you can do is if you like the driver that picks you up and they're cool and they're awesome, you can say, hey, next time I want to circumvent the system, can you just give me your direct number and me and you will do a cash transaction and we'll leave Uber out of it.
Oh, okay.
And then you can negotiate your own rate that's fair and normal. Maybe you can even plan your ride ahead of time with this person.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I got a couple of people in my phone, and they're not always available, so it's not a fail-proof situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, people always say, well, if you're always bitching about Uber Eats, just go out and drive and get your food.
He's always drunk.
I do that sometimes. I mean, I do go out and buy.
But not when you've been drinking.
But of course not. If I'm chilling with Denny's and we're working on music or doing something for the show and we're vibing out, I'm not going to be...
Look, don't listen to this person. If you have to explain vibing out and chilling at your pad while you're drinking, then this person's not that cool.
Yeah.
If I got to explain vibing out and drinking to you, then you don't get me.
You're right. Fuck it. Why am I explaining? Damn it, you make me want to drink. I love it.
Stop talking to idiots.
Well.
Don't look at me.
Kimberly is saying that stop using Uber Eats. There's many better options like DoorDash.
Okay, here's the thing. And I see what she's saying. They're all going to fuck you eventually, and they're all basically the same thing.
Okay.
They really are. I know one's going to be a little bit better based on your experience. I've done them all. Very much, very intense. They all have their ups.
This man is an expert when it comes to food delivery.
Because sometimes they're the ones that do better service delivery don't have good options. There's one that's got good service, but they had shit-ass options.
Okay.
He's tried them all.
I really have.
I promise you, this man has done the work. Look at his bank balance of how much he's spent on food delivery.
It's my hobby.
There's not a lot of people that operate in his world.
I mean, they're all basically the same.
Okay.
And they're all rogue now. That's your problem. You've got rogue people that their moods dictate how well your food is going to show up or not show up.
There's this one where we order every now and then. We'll do a we'll order stuff at Denny's. We'll get like a Papa John's or not Papa John's, some pizza place. And the same delivery driver 3 times now has done this because we can see what they do on the app. They get the pizza and then they drive somewhere and park for about 15 minutes and then they come and drop it off. But we can see them doing all that.
Oh, they are licking your pepperoni.
We think what they're doing is they're going and smoking weed and then dropping off the food.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Huh.
We do. I don't know. Maybe because we're in there smoking weed. We think that's what
People that smoke weed think everybody smokes weed.
No, that is not true, by the way. We're actually...
I've had people that smoke weed tell me before, oh, everybody smokes weed. They were trying to convince me that my parents probably smoked weed when I was growing up. And I'm like, there's no freaking way my parents smoked weed when I was growing up.
That person's too into it. I know for a fact not everyone smokes weed. That's why there's always the... are they cool? That's why people ask that question.
Are they cool?
Are they cool?
That's how you do it, huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Go hang out with some off-duty cops to see if they're cool with you.
I made a joke with the cops on stage Saturday at the Crawfish Fest, and I don't think it went over that well.
What did you say?
The cops, if you do a festival, you have to hire the cops because you got to make sure that if shit goes down, somebody can handle it. And so it's always good to have cops there. Jupiter cops are always awesome with us. Every festival that they do there, they're just great. We love the Jupiter cops. But, White Claw was one of our sponsors. And so I was like, yeah, White Claw, no laws when you're drinking claws. Tell the Jupiter cops that when they're putting you in cuffs. There's no laws when you're drinking claws. And they were like,
Hey, we're taking you down, woman.
Yeah. Just not feeling it, huh?
And then when I walked by, they brought it up. They're like, there's actually laws when you're drinking claws. I was like, I know, I'm just kidding.
Oh, well, again, you have to explain yourself, Virginia.
If you have to explain your joke, it wasn't a good joke.
I don't know. Sometimes it's the audience.
That's true. I got an email here from Kenzie said, I want to let you guys know that you really help me in the mornings. I look forward to listening to the show on the way to work. And when I'm off in the summer, I'm a teacher. The first week of summer, I'm usually a little depressed, but I think because I lost my routine, I got to come up with a new one. Your show gives me an enjoyable reason to get up and start in the morning. And Kenzie, nice. Thank you. I think Kevin looks healthy and great. Thank you very much, Kenzie.
You do.
You look amazing.
Hashtag fuck Pedro.
Except for that MS. You're doing great.
Yes, that's the new thing I got to worry about. So
Yes. Last week it was cancer, but this week it's MS.
yes, there's always something there, isn't there? We did a raise your hand poll today as well. You made out with more than one person in a night. 80% had said yes, they have. I think it was everybody but Suits on that one. I got to go way back on mine, but yeah, back in the college days. That happened for me. Virginia, who were you macking on?
Oh, I mean, back in the day, I used to run in the French Quarter, and me and my girlfriend, we used to play a game called what's the smallest amount of money we can have on us and go out and drink free all day?
It's a long title.
Yeah, it's a really long game.
We would have maybe between us, we'd have $5, and we'd try to go see if we could go out and just run the streets all day drinking well into the night and not pay for any alcohol. And so, yeah, sometimes you made out with somebody. Sometimes we made out with each other, and then guys bought us free drinks. That was cool.
How about that? Did you do the same thing, Jay Bird? You make out with other dudes to get free drinks?
Me and Bigfoot, we used to jerk each other off to get margaritas.
What kind of Mexican restaurant was that?
Yeah, right?
I don't even know what the question was. It was how many people you made out in a day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at a party and I made out with, I think, 4 people.
Oh, wow.
Damn, get it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, in my younger days.
He can get it.
Yeah, okay. That's impressive. You've had sex in the ocean. 40% said yes. I think that was Bird and Denny's. And both hit it in the ocean. How did that go down? Was that intentional, or were you just out there and you were just too handsome in your swim trunks that she had to jump on it?
No, I mean, I'm a nature fucker. I love nature. So I was out.
Don't say I'm a nature fucker. That sounds weird.
Well, like
manatees, tree squirrels.
If you love baseball, look at that baseball fuck. He loves baseball. He's a baseball fucker. That's what I meant. I understand because of the conversation. It sounds like I'm fucking nature. I get it. Yeah. It was just somebody,
Connecting with nature and connecting with your mate.
We were in the water together.
Okay.
One thing led to another, and
she got it. She got the big one.
Yeah. Yeah,
she got it.
She got the big one, meaning a big tarpon hit her on the leg, and then she got the small one.
Oh.
Which was...
Gotta bust on your own dick before the room does.
I do. I've conditioned myself to very much jump on my own shit before you do it.
Oh, you jumped on your own dick before she did.
Also, another one was, have you gone through a pregnancy scare where there was no baby? 40% of the KVJ show said yes.
Yeah, I was fascinated to hear you guys talk about this one.
Bert, I believe you raised your hand on that.
I've only had one pregnancy scare in my life because I'm extraordinarily careful when it comes to that stuff. And
you don't throw that semen.
It's a really very weird situation. I probably shouldn't go into too many details just because it's not that cool to do. But yeah, I thought the person was pregnant, and they were not with my baby.
Did she tell you she was pregnant?
What had happened was it was a situation where she was pregnant, but didn't know if it was mine or not. And I was confused because that should not. I did not ejaculate. Nothing like that had happened. But then you always hear about the
you go with the PC.
Yeah, so I just was obviously freaked out, and she did not really think it was my baby, but it was so. I took it very seriously. All I did for 9 months was just save every fucking cent that I had. Every cent, as I didn't know.
So she had the baby, and it was somebody else's?
Definitely someone else's, yeah.
Oh, so there was a baby. It just wasn't your baby.
I didn't. I kind of fucked up I didn't realize.
Yeah, you totally fucked up the game.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have told that story then.
No, you should have.
Yeah, but that's
my story.
But that was my only time in my life that I had any kind of, and it changed me big time.
Yeah.
Walls Pennington only got deeper.
When I was probably around 17. I was dating a girl, and she called, and I was like, hello, and she's like, I'm pregnant. I'm like, oh, crap. Here we go.
Dang.
You know, this happened to a lot of, I don't know what it was, something in the water in my town, man. Chicks were just getting knocked up right and left. And it was a big thing, teenage pregnancy in my town. And I'm like, dang, I thought I had done everything the right way. And I said, okay, well, what, did you take a test? Did you go to the doctor? She's like, no, I'm late. I'm like, okay, well, like what? Like how late? And she'd be like, well, it's 2 days at least. And I'm like,
is that a big deal?
I don't know. I mean, I'm 17 years old. I don't know this kind of crap.
No, you certainly at 17 don't understand what 2 days late means.
No, you're rocking out the Def Leppard over there.
I just remember sitting in my dad's car that I was driving, and I stared at a dumpster for about 3 hours straight. Trying to figure out what am I going to do now, because this sucks. And the thing about dating this girl, we probably went through this 3 or 4 times. And finally, I'm like, I had enough. Like every single month, it was another dramatic. She was a girl that loved the drama. You know, she's one of those people, if anybody else had a breakup, she'd find a way to infuse herself in the middle of it.
And
cry
Oh,
and be
my
walking
gosh.
them down the hall. And it just got so cringy and annoying to me. I'm like, I can't deal with this girl. Like and the final time, I hate to be like the insensitive asshole, she called me up again. She's like, I'm pregnant. I'm like, bullshit, you're not pregnant. I'm like, I'm done with this.
Well, you called her out on her
Stop.
bullshit because you
I'm
knew
like,
she was
stop
fucking
it.
with
I'm
you.
like, this
Stop
is the
playing.
and the first 2 or 3 times she did it wrecked my world for like a week. I remember when she's finally like, okay, and one time she didn't even tell me. I'm like, going, so are you pregnant? This was like 3 weeks after. I've been going through agony for like 3 weeks, and finally I'm like, so we got to figure out if you're pregnant. She was like, oh, I'm not. I had my period like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, you need to tell a
Oh my
motherfucker that
gosh.
you had. Yeah, I'm like,
See,
you are ruining my life. I'm like,
That
I can't
is
go through
messed
this anymore.
If you're doing that to somebody, I think that is so dirty. When you're literally fucking with somebody and you're not pregnant and you're just doing that to keep someone around, that's terrible.
Well, she got
to do.
so much attention out of it.
She
there was so
did.
much drama, and she fed into it, and I was there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and I'm like, yeah. Michael's like, no rubbers in Logan. Yes, all of them. I was wearing them on my head. I had on 10 condoms every time we had sex. I cover my toes. Like, I wanted to make sure she wasn't getting pregnant. That's why I'm losing my mind. Because I'm like, what else can I do other than dip my body in latex?
You talk about staring at the dumpster. I
Yes.
remember just staring at things for just out in the distance going, oh my God, what has happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which head, Kevin? Both. All of them. All of them. I mean, oh yeah, that was that brings me back to a terrible moment.
It does give me anxiety.
Oh my gosh.
To that.
Gives you meat sweats.
It's just, yeah.
Jeez, yeah, I feel like my life's all over again. It's 30 years later, and she's still like ruining my life with it. Huh? Kevin, I'm pregnant.
Kevin, we need
what?
to talk.
Yeah, that's how it would go.
You're not going to believe
As
this.
dramatic as it could be, it'd be like, I'd be like, she would call me like, hello? Hi. I'm like,
Oh, boy. Here we
You're
go.
giving me anxiety. We got to stop talking about this.
What's wrong? Something's. I don't know how to tell you this. I'm pregnant. Again. You're pregnant
So
again?
You're definitely pregnant?
You're definitely.
Well, I don't know. It's been 2 hours. I haven't had my period
I'm
yet.
2 hours late.
I have not had any blood in 2 hours, Kevin.
Oh.
Oh, thank God those days are over.
Yeah.
Now I know I'm not getting anybody pregnant.
Yeah, there you go.
I've gone from one extreme to the next. You know what? You're right. Who needs sex? It wasn't enjoyable anyway. What am I talking about? Thank God it's over for me. All right. Hopefully you guys have a great Monday. We'll see you back here later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.